Hey, how's it going tonight? Well, hope all you guys and gals had an amazing day out there and stuff. And yeah, I did the best I could, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I say. So, anyways, yeah, I just thought, maybe I'd kind of read a quote or whatever. It'd been a couple of days, and I seen this one. It's about kind of what I like talking about a lot of times is, like love and stuff like that too, right? And so it says, goodbyes are only for those who love with their eyes, because for those who love with their soul, there is no such thing as separation. And that's Rumi, which is so true. And another thing I talk about, is kind of like the three-dimensional world, what you see here, like the matrix of the hologram, basically, or whatever. But then there's the higher self, right, which lives in the fifth dimensional world. And so, if you love with your soul, you're loving from the fifth dimensional world, right? So with that being said, you can always connect, right? Just because there's distance in this like three-dimensional realm through all the density and all the layers of traumas and healing, whichever, however you'd like to put it, and things like that, circumstances and stuff. It makes it difficult some days, but you can always connect with people if they're truly like your people, in the fifth dimensional realm. And and that's one thing that lots of people I think don't really necessarily always realize. There's always there's always a way. Like if there's a soul tie or things like that, you can still connect, and that's So for I don't know who requires to hear this out there. It's just something I felt drawn to talk about and stuff. Um, but yeah, it's just just remember, like if it's even loved ones and things like that, like people who have passed and stuff, right? Um, that you're still tied to through like energy, through soul connection and stuff. Like the cord that tethers you to people, so they say, right? You can still use that cord to connect with people. And yeah, so I don't know if anybody out there is missing a loved one or whatnot and things, but just know you just have to hold a vision in your mind's eye, so to say, right? And you can connect with those people. So just remember that, just because something doesn't look like it's here right in front of you doesn't mean that it's not out here, that you can connect with it. I know, yeah, a few people I've talked to that I've helped kind of, when they've had people that have passed. It's a really useful thing.